Hey everyone, it's Raven Jade here, and I am in Nymph Town, and I am about to step into a Halloween Mayhem instance, and I thought I would bring you guys along so that I could share with you some secrets. I've had people asking me questions throughout the day about where do I find the vampire, when does the big pumpkin show up, so I thought I'd do a little walkthrough. We'll do the medium instance. You can do 1 through 5. I'm choosing to do 3 because, hey, it's easy. Halloween Mayhem is all about trying to get as many pumpkins as you can, and the people with the highest score at the end of their 40 hours at the end of this event will win some prizes. I've done about 3 hours of Halloween Mayhem, and yeah, I'm not going to win. I've only got 453 points. So, when you go in, to find the vampire, I like to go in at the beginning and get him out of the way. If you've gotten yourself an evil essence, you can. If you don't have an evil essence, you can't. So you come in, you take a right, you go through those gates right there, and then you follow the path all the way. I love how there is mist. I wanted mist for my store on Arcadia, but they wouldn't let me have mist. They said there was too many polygons and it would make it all laggy. Anyway, you go up the hill, past the gates here with the angels, and you find the Count Booroom's house, which is kind of cool. It's really spooky. I do find that Calypso really goes out of their way for the look for Halloween Mayhem. And then you need to summon your vampire. This is his house. Here's his evil box. You open it up. I've got a few essences here. You need, for a number 3 instance, you need to have an average essence of evil. You put it in, you hit yes, and here comes your Booroom vampire. Now, the scariest thing about him is that, and I'm not being a perv for once, it's the game, but his, you know, wiener is so long that they tie the cape around it. I swear these Swedish guys have some sort of sick fascination with yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna shoot him. We're gonna shoot him and hopefully he'll do something good for us. I haven't been getting much luck shooting him. I've done, like I said, a couple of instances already, and I had a whole bunch of essences left over from last year. So if you have more than 1 essence, you can certainly keep respawning the vampire if you want to. They say that next year they will not be using the essences of evil, so they say to make sure that you use them all up this year because they will be worthless after this event is over. I'm wearing my RX armor. I had put it up for sale, but nobody's bitten on it yet, so I figured I would use it for Halloween Mayhem. It's pretty decent armor for the Halloween instances. I say that as I'm getting chewed on, but you'll see when I do the regular mobs that it protects me very well. I gotta say, I don't know why they chose a Booroom as to be the vampire, but he sure is scary with his wiggly parts lunging at me. The reason why I keep doing the vampires is because you have the chance to loot his cape, his cloak, and I want one so bad, like totally bad, because as I've said many times before in my videos, I roleplay a vampire, but I don't have a cloak yet, and what's a vampire without her cape? So I'm hoping to either save up enough peds for one or loot one, whichever comes first. Okay, so he didn't give me a cape, but he gave me 3 different types of pumpkins. I got a damaged, a rotten, and a sickly. Sickly I think is 5 points. 5 points. The rotten is 1 point, and the damaged is 10 points, so it added to my score. You can get pumpkins that are up to 5,000 points. Obviously, I'm not that lucky yet. I think I'll do one more vampire before we move along. And let me share some other secrets about Halloween Mayhem. In the instance, the fire really is bad. If you step in the fire or linger in it, you're going to constantly take damage. So my advice to you guys is don't do that. You're going to get burned in more ways than one. Alright, so there has already been an ATH for Mayhem. I think somebody got 50k. Let me check the board really quickly. Yep. For a Mutant Clan Warlord, somebody got 50,603 ped. Congrats to them. That's awesome. I have never gotten an ATH though, so it gives me hope that maybe someday will be my turn. So you've got an hour to do each instance, and around the half-an-hour mark, sometimes a little before, sometimes a little after, the big pumpkin will spawn, and that's where you have the chance to loot more essences of evil so that you can do the boss mob. So yeah, in a sense, I'm doing the boss mob first, but I just wanted to show you guys where he was. And what are we gonna get? We're gonna get hardly anything again. But let's see here. We got some ammo and shrapnel. It's Calypso after all. We got another rotten, another sickly, and a damage. So now I'm going to show you guys where I like to stand when I'm doing Halloween Mayhem, so that I'm close to the pumpkin when he spawns. Now you shouldn't get lost in here. All you have to do is go down the hill and then again follow the cast iron gates. And while I'm running, let's take a moment to like enjoy the scenery. I mean, I just love how spooky and eerie it is here. Really, I have to say it again. I think Mindark did an excellent job on this instance. Of course, you know, for me every day is Halloween, so I could be here every day and enjoy it. Well, maybe if the loot was good. Sometimes the loot isn't so good for me. So, I like to stand around here, and if you see that church there, that's where the big pumpkin will spawn. So when he does, I'm really close to him. I can get it out of the way. So they've changed. These are Maphoids normally, but they've zombified them. They're kind of ugly. They're kind of oozing. And I'm hoping that they'll, you know, ooze some loot out for us. And then we've got the zombie mutant dogs. They really are creepy looking. So far, I haven't looted any cool items really since the instance has started, so I'm not really sure, other than, you know, hoping and crossing your fingers to loot a cloak. I'm not sure if there's anything else that you could loot as an item in this instance. So if you've been doing Halloween Mayhem and you have looted something cool, let me know in the comments section. I would love to know. So I congrats you. And, you know, go boo-hoo, why can't I get that? Woo! Got a global 56 ped. Woo woo woo! Hopefully we can keep that going. Alright, in Halloween Mayhem, there are 4 different types of mobs that you'll find. You will find the zombie dogs, and you will find the zombie mutants, and then you will find the big pumpkin that comes halfway through, and then of course there is the Count Boorroom Vampire, or Boorroom Vampire. And in the instance, no matter if you choose 1 through 5, the easiest of that instance will always be the dogs, followed by the mutants. I find the big pumpkin isn't too bad either. And then the Count Boorum is, you know, supposed to be the end, the boss mob, so he will be the hardest. Now there are different strategies that you can use in this instance. It's an hour-long instance, but if you wanted to try to quote-unquote farm the evil essences, what I do is I come in and I hunt until I get to the big pumpkin. I kill the big pumpkin, hopefully loot an essence, and then I exit the instance and then try again. And you're going to say, well, why would you do that, Raven? Well, if you are trying to compete in Halloween Mayhem, and if you see my points, you know that I'm really not much competition for the big guns out there. But doing it that way, you will have more chances to see the Count Boorum and hopefully loot something cool. But just remember, this instance, or this competition, is 40 hours maximum. So if you go over your 40 hours, I think you get disqualified. It's not like Mayhem where it's 4 hours or 40 hours minimum. So you've really got to be careful and keep an eye on what you're doing. I've taken a 10-hour 100% skill gain pill, so I know when those 10 hours are up that I've been in the instance for close to 10 hours, and that's how I'm trying to keep track. So just remember, if you are seriously trying to win a prize, that you have to really watch your clock. Another strategy that you could do if you were really trying to get as many pumpkins as possible is to just do the dogs, because they would be the fastest to kill. And the theory would be to try to get, you know, as many pumpkins as you can. Got a mature pumpkin for 50 points. I think that's the highest pumpkin I've gotten so far. I'm really not lucky enough to get the 1,000-point ones, the 500-point ones, the 5,000-point ones. If you get, I think... Oh, the big pumpkin is here! So... start shooting him. Isn't he cool? Like, he's the coolest looking mob. I just love him. And when he first spawns, he says, "Will you be my friend?" Oh, I love this guy. Oh, look at him. He's just spitting fire at me. I love Halloween. I look forward to this every year, just so that I can hunt in the Halloween instance. I never win prizes. But that's okay, I'm having fun. Okay, I did not loot any essences of evil that time. Only got a rotten pumpkin, so that's 1 point. And I'm gonna call it here, guys. If you have any secrets in Halloween Mayhem that you'd like to share, by all means, leave them in the comment section. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer. Until the next video, I want you guys to have a really fun Halloween. If you're into Halloween, if you're not, sorry, but I'm a Halloweenie. I love Halloween, so I want you guys to have fun if you do it. And until the next video, if you're gonna be bad, be good at it. Bye!